And on that wonderful, wonderful note, we are live. Hello, everyone.
Woo. Hello.
Fantastic. It's nice to be back. Chat, don't worry if I'm a bit tired today. If we phone it in, that's the reason why. I woke up like half an hour ago, so
that is such a mood. Usually that's me.
Oh, dearie me. So, it's great to see everyone back down in chat. Say hello, everyone.
Hello.
Lovely.
Hi, chat.
Howdy ho.
Now.
Hello there.
General me.
Everyone has to do it.
All of us at once.
Yeah, everyone has to do it. So, I'm going to give a quick... Actually, do you know what? I'm in the mood for a summary as given by one of our players. Who shall I choose? We've had Merrick give us a couple, so I'm going to go for someone else. Any volunteers before I volunteer you?
Victoria. I volunteer Victoria.
No!
I'll do
I'm
it.
waiting for it.
There we go. I was going to
A
say...
resident bard.
I was about to say, as you volunteer Victoria, I volunteer you.
I knew you were going to do that.
Yeah.
You just stay quiet.
You should have let it happen.
It's like being in school again. It's just like, don't pick me, don't pick me, don't pick me,
Don't pick me, don't pick me.
Don't pick me.
Alright.
So last session, we had been in a hidden location with the Dryads. We found out that even though we thought we had handed off these refugee children to the Dryad Queen, we had not in fact handed them off to her. And now we have no fucking clue who has the children. Sarlais interrogated Churin because it was determined that there were traitors among the Dryads, and Churin was one of them. Churin was the first Dryad in the group that we had come in contact with, as far as we actually legitimately know. Come to find out that her partner, what was the partner's name again, Zach? Asana, yeah. Asana had ditched Churin because they were both the traitors, and now we are off on an adventure to try and find Asana through a forest of undead refugees and a variety of other things that we're not quite sure what we will come across. Sarlais came to an agreement with the Dryad Queen to save Churin and Asana's lives and have them be exiled instead. We also know now not to trust the Dryad Queen because apparently the refugees that they are harboring are potentially being made to do something of a doomsday device down in some type of pit. So we're going to have to deal with that when we come back.
Yes. That is...
Straight up Lord of the Rings, Two Towers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Where's the Ents?
Where's an Ent when you need one?
I mean, the Dryads kind of fill that role.
Mini Ents.
They are tree people.
Nice and nice.
Oh, dear. So, that is an excellent summation. And I'm going to say that as we move forward, I actually am going to need some roles. As a party, I will allow you to choose who does the role for the party. As you're traveling, you need to make a decision, whether you want to go at a fast pace, a normal pace, or a slow pace. Normal pace, nothing additional happens as you're moving, you take these checks normally. At a fast pace, you will get there quicker, but you will have to take a -5 to your perception checks that you do along the way, and a -5 to stealth.
Yeah, no, thank you.
I actually vote going fast and Merrick making the rolls.
You know
I mean,
what? I'm actually okay with that, considering what was just.
Honestly,
Please don't put this pressure on me.
Okay, the faster we go, the more likely the children are alive.
I'm willing to risk it.
Think of the
as well.
children, Merrick.
Risk it for the biscuit.
I'm willing to risk it. If I hear enough of you say you'd rather go at the normal pace, I'm okay going that way. But I see the point of Ewan.
I'm like thinking of like all our past experiences running through the forest and trying to weigh in what's more important to Bola at the moment. Being seen by hordes of zombies. I mean, we did survive, but that was a lot. We barely survived. So
yeah,
and I will say
also the children, and the refugees.
A slow pace. I will say quickly as well that if you go at a slow pace, it is the opposite. So you'll get a +5 to your stealth and perception checks. However, you will gain an extra benefit. If you want to forage for supplies and to track, you will gain advantage on those checks.
Yeah, Sarlai's would rather be cautious because she is Le Squish. She knows her boundaries here. She knows that she can get injured easily.
Yeah.
Us saving the kids is dependent on us getting there alive. So I will lean the direction of caution. So normal pace is my vote, but if we want to take her slow, we can. But I think at the end of last session, we were kind of pushing quicker. So I think normal makes sense. At least that's my vote.
So should we vote with hands?
Yeah, let's go with a vote of hands for the party, please.
Okay, hands up for slow pace. Hands up for normal pace. And hands up for fast pace.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so now since there's an impasse, but one person voted slow.
Normal pace.
Fair enough.
There you go. That's the tiebreaker.
What?
So
I respect making the rolls though. I'm tempted.
I'm looking because Bola's just like, I have to be alive to save them. No, she's thinking, but she's like, I have to be alive. And what we faced was not okay, and we don't have nearly as many people as we did.
Everyone sound off in the comments of what you're playing. We have a first timer.
We have a first timer. Oh, hello.
Hi, first timer.
Yes.
It's my friend Celine.
Oh, hello,
Zach.
Hi, Celine.
Zach, do you want to go like around and we'll give like brief description and character name and class and stuff?
I think that'd be helpful. I did think that the D&D Beyond extension should be on, so that should help. But
it
yeah,
should, but it doesn't always work right properly.
Yeah, that should be working all right for everything. But yeah, if you go around, quickly reintroduce yourselves. I'm going to go straight over to Ewan. Quick introduction.
Hi, I'm Lewis, or at Malakath Grim on TikTok. I'm playing Ewan, who is a rogue with a fighter multiclass.
Lovely. And just below him, we have Bulla.
Hi guys, I am Victoria, aka Thug Unicorn 713 on Twitch and on TikTok. I am playing your tank, half orc barbarian.
Directly below me is Salvar.
Hi, I'm Bobby Oli, also known as Rob. I'm Bobby Oli on TikTok and Twitch, and I'm playing Salvar, the brass dragonborn cleric of the Grave Domain.
And then just next to him is Saralise.
Hi, I am the girl Lissa. I am playing Sarlai's Melodia, and apparently my light is deciding that it wants to have a rave. Anyways, I am playing a red tiefling College of Whispers bard.
Lovely. And last, but by no means least, we have Merrick.
Hello. I'm Dean, or Forever DM on TikTok, and I am playing our resident Silver Fox, Marikai Vesperoth, an older half-elven ranger Horizon Walker. in particular.
Mm.
We're a party of sex appeal, essentially.
Oh
yeah,
yes.
basically.
Yeah.
We
As,
got
as
the
most
horny
D&D
bard.
parties are.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly. It's just raw sex appeal.
Alrighty.
But why is it spicy?
Oh, no.
Hurts every time you do it.
Yep.
Every time.
I'll turn it down some.
Thank you.
Thank
But
you.
yes, welcome to the stream.
So lovely. Moving forward, I'm going to say that you're going to be taking a normal pace. What I'm going to need is, at the bases, a luck check for the group, a perception check, and a survival check. I would like to ask that a different person does each roll.
Oh fuck.
Can I take perception?
I take the luck.
If you do perception, Salva does survival.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
then we just need someone to do the luck.
I've
Last
got a
time I rolled
D100
luck.
for the luck.
I rolled a 100.
Let's
So you don't want me to roll
Okay,
luck.
Sure, we can do Star
we
Wars.
want to roll low on luck, right?
I don't know.
Low.
I
Yes.
think-
are you rolling luck?
Yeah, I'll roll luck.
Okay.
All right, I'll roll perception.
I've rolled survival.
Okay. So what's the survival check?
It is a 17 plus 4, so for a 21.
Ooh, lovely.
Sexy.
I rolled a 1!
Oh! Hey!
So
If
don't
that-
use that
if-
dice
Wait,
anymore.
Yeah.
that's luck.
Yeah.
Okay,
look,
never mind.
Yeah.
If you would wait a minute, if you'd like been doing divine intervention, it would have just
Turning
worked.
around, it's like
Yeah.
natural one.
Yeah.
Natural one.
Was that on the
That's
D20 or
Natural
a D100?
one.
It's a D100.
It's the D100!
Yeah. That's,
right.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
no,
I
that's
rolled one of those so bad I did.
critical success. That is great. Hey.
Wow.
You fall into a tunnel and you arrive immediately.
Oh dear. So,
Right.
and
What did Merrick
last-
roll?
Oh yeah, I rolled a 12 plus 8 for a naughty 20.
Oh, lovely.
Hey, naughty 20s.
Naughties
So-
or 20s.
Yeah, I was gonna say on that very naughty 20.
And a
you
1.
take the group forward into the forest. Salvar, knowing these lands, starts sort of moving through. He's got a pretty good sense of direction as you lead ahead to be an advanced guard. All is quite peaceful.
Zach, you're a bit quiet on the stream, mate.
Am I?
Yeah.
Right.
There you are. There you
There
are.
you go.
There I am. Okay, that's better. All is peaceful. Too peaceful. As you listen around you, you can't even really hear even birdsong. Like, you're in the middle of the day, and this area is quiet. There's no animals. Like, you can hear the gentle breeze moving through the trees, but beyond that, it's deathly silent. And for an area that's infested with the undead, you're also not picking up much trace of them. There's no blood, no, residue of necrotic tissue. There's not really any sign of them at all. Moving over to that survival check. Salvar, you are sort of making your way through. You're pretty sure of a decent route. It's quite straight from where you are. You reckon you can probably cut through the brush. You realise, though, that you can get yourself through a bit of a sneakier way. And you're able to lead the group, which is a slight detour, but you are able to get through very quickly on that luck check. And again, that luck check, just excellent. Excellent.
I'm like, wait a minute. This is the second time I have ever rolled a 1 on a D100, and I'm like, wait a minute.
With that luck check, you come across a dragon's hoard, but no dragon.
Yeah.
It's out
Or
out
the
for
dead
dinner.
carcass of
Yeah.
a dragon. You can reap the resources from the dragon carcass and the horde.
Oh my God.
I get dragon hide, and I immediately make a new set of armor. That's much better.
Anyway,
Oh,
anyway.
Excuse me, I consider that offensive.
You're not a dragon.
That's my uncle.
I'm gonna ask either Buller or Ewan to do the stealth check because I forgot to ask for that initially.
Probably Ewan.
Rogue?
Yeah.
Rogue?
I don't know. Rogue. I mean, I do have a +3, but I'm sure he has higher.
Yeah, it's a dirty 20.
Oh, lovely. On that very naughty 20.
Fucking filthy.
You're able to sort of lead the group through. Obviously, with your resident bard making plenty of noise, you're able to shush everyone down and get yourself through the brush largely undetected.
The bard actually has a stealth of +4, thank you.
Not when you're tuning your violin.
Oh, it's
definitely.
It's
a
the worst
viola.
kind of,
It's
the
a
worst
viola,
kind of
thank you.
instruction as well, because he's not saying anything because he's trying to be quiet, but anytime someone makes a noise or something that could be avoided, he's just like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't snap at me, little man.
What are you going to do, snap me? Because I'm into it.
Oh god.
We cut to 30 minutes later where Ewan's right arm is broken.
Yeah.
I know you loved it.
Oh yeah. I love. I'm sorry, but that's just Ewan's character right now. Is the you want to do something horrific to me? Well, I'm going to enjoy it. Like that.
I'll take all the power away from you.
Yeah, I'm going to take
The
all
masochist
the power away.
of the group.
Yeah.
So, search his bag or something. Is there like a ball gag or a leather mask in there or something like that?
Oh god.
Oh, definitely. There's like a whip in there somewhere.
Yeah, that's just...
Not if I roll a 24 sleight of hand.
Yeah. Okay, so we rolled a lot of good rolls. So
those are really good rolls, and thankfully they're good enough that Merrick, you're traveling for a fair few hours now. You're probably about halfway through your journey. You've only got a few more hours. I will say though, Salvar and Merrick, you're both going to be aware that you can feel the light receding, and it's only early afternoon, but it's already starting to go down, and you are on a tight schedule at this point. You'll make it, but you've not got a lot of wiggle room.
Could I address the party quickly, or do you want to wrap up what you're saying?
Yeah, you can address the party.
Just kind of looking at Salvar when we both come to that realization, and just do we want to get there at night, or would we rather camp and get there in the early morning?
Don't die.
Yeah.
Breathe.
I just like nod and just like, I'm gonna follow your lead.
And the
you speak fluent grunt, okay? Let's just put it that way.
I asked the party, do you guys would you rather push through the rest of the day and get there at nighttime, or camp in the evening and get there in the early morning?
Can I rephrase the question? If this is some sort of demonic ritual, then it's going to probably take place at night. So if we need to get there tonight, when they're still alive, that might be the prevailing answer.
I will ask one question though. Will we risk a point of exhaustion?
We did just get a long rest.
We did, we long rested and left that morning, but I mean, depends on how long, I suppose.
Yeah.
Not coffee, Parker.
I need to refill this.
I know mine isn't technically water, but it's milk, and I feel like that's all right.
If we camp,
and my lights stop having a rave.
If we camp, it gives them more time to get away.
Fair enough.
I agree.
Well,
onwards and upwards.
Press on then.
All right then.
My voice just broke there. I'm sorry.
Are you mocking me?
No, you're gonna be like a minute.
He's
I'm just
trying
gonna refill
to copy
this.
me.
No, you're Batman. I'm Geralt of Rivia, remember?
Yeah. All right.
It's the same damn thing, but yeah.
I just see Star-Lord and Thor right in that moment. All right, you remember it's like, you will not be taking our ship today, sir. He's trying to copy
So
me.
good.
Oh yeah, excellent. And as you're traveling, about an hour passes. Still making good progress. Merrick, as you've moved ahead to try and get some reconnaissance, you're picking up the first actual sound you've heard in a little while that isn't the trees themselves. You can hear kind of sounds like metal clanking and hitting against each other. And there is some form of, your perception's high enough, you can hear talking. You can't really tell what they're saying or what even the language, but you've got that muffled sound, which sounds kind of like someone's talking up ahead. You haven't yet got a visual on them. You're just sort of hearing from a distance at this point.
Hand extends out, kind of telling everyone to stop.
Yeah.
And I don't say anything. I just point to my ears and then point in the direction I'm hearing something.
Lovely.
Eyes of the grave.
Eyes of the grave shoot up. Checking range. Yeah, you're all clear. There's your grave. Your eyes of the grave do not pick up on anything. What would you like to do?
I would like. I'll relay the information to Merrick. Another undead. I haven't smoked a cigarette yet, so my voice isn't that wispy yet.
I'd like to see what we're dealing with, and then ideally I'd like to get around it. I'll ask Ewan, who's oddly quiet right now.
Not like him, isn't it?
His stealth in real life.
I didn't even realize.
I'll have Ewan and I'll have Ewan join me as I kind of like. I want to try to sneak forward and see what's up there, and then after getting a sense of stuff, we'll see what happens then.
I'm going to say that Ewan will go with you here, and I will say I'm going to give you advantage to do the roll for the both of you. So he's effectively giving you the help action here.
Wow.
No.
A 3 and a 4.
Oh
no!
As soon as he gets back as well. As soon as he gets back as well.
Why do you leave?
I said I was going for like a minute to get my water. I ran out.
So we came up on. Merrick picked up on some noises, and it was like talking, and we stopped, and we figured, okay, we should scout and see what it is, and then decide what we're doing. And Merrick asked Ewan to join, because he knows Ewan's quiet and sneaky. So the two of them snuck forward. I got advantage because you were helping me. I rolled a 3 and a 4. So it's a total. That's a total of 10.
Do you have inspiration?
I do still have 1 point of inspiration.
It's a DM's inspiration.
Yeah, so I get 1 reroll.
You get 1 reroll. Do you want to use it at this point?
Fuck it, I'll use it.
All right.
It's another 4. It's another frickin' 4.
Oh my god!
This is what happened last session.
Stop using that dice, Jesus.
Fuck.
Throw dice away. Burn them.
Dice
Are those
jail.
the same dice
Every
that made you roll double ones?
We need to bacon
Throw
smudge
them away.
those fuckers.
I don't condone dice prisons and stuff, but I'm considering it.
Yeah.
It's a real
Considering
thing.
I rolled
It's
once and got
big-
23.
Bacon smudge.
Anyways, so Merrick is having an off morning, I guess.
So, as you guys go forward, Ewan and Merrick,
We might not get a choice. We might have to fight.
as you get close, you realise that you've come across an encampment. As you get closer, you can hear the crackling of a campfire, pretty big one as well. And you realise that the vague sound of talking was actually a number of people. You can pick out like a fair number of distinct voices, and from what you can see in your direct eye line as you get a little closer to the encampment, you can see about 6 people, but there's definitely more in this encampment. I'm gonna take a bit of license here. Merrick, you realise that a bird's eye view would probably be better for this? Like,
Obviously.
trying to get to see... you want to be able to see into the encampment, and some of the tents they've set up kind of obstructs it at the ground level. And as you climb up, moving yourself up the top of this tree, you grab onto a branch that feels a little bit unsteady. It cracks, and you manage to catch yourself. However, you catch yourself on your bad arm, and as it hits your bad arm, the grip just releases entirely. And and as there's a very quick wee and splat as you just sort of like drop your ass into the mud on the ground.
Do we see this? Everyone.
Everybody sees this. Everybody has seen this.
With a heavy sigh, Ewan's already starting to draw his longsword, the new one.
Oh my days!
I'm doing that thing where like you've knocked the breath out of you, so I'm just like
you're doing the Loki thing.
Yeah, just the yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, love it. So, now thankfully you weren't directly next to the camp, right? This isn't quite Nat 1 terrible. So, they are going to roll.
See if they beat what, a 10?
They do not beat a 10. Because as
run, help me up, run!
You guys get back up, sort of frantically move back away, and realise there's been absolutely no reaction from this encampment.
You're like the worst Batman ever.
Yeah.
You realise just at the same time they were just getting the instruments out and someone dropped a drum at the exact same time, so it was like a doom.
Yeah, as I crunch, they drop something.
Yeah.
That one luck roll, it helped me right there.
Yeah. So, as you move back to the rest, Merrick, best you can tell, there's going to be 10 at most. There can't be any more. There looks like there's a family in there, but a number of them are armed with armor. So, you can't... I'm going to say you didn't really have time to, like, scope it out properly, but you could see weaponry. You could see short swords and short bows.
I looked at everyone and just like massaging my shoulder. I'm like, as ungraceful as that was, I did get a brief look. Ow. They're armed. There seems to be a group, almost a dozen. I don't think we're not capable of transporting refugees, at least not right now. That's my opinion.
Why don't we try and...
We have an objective. We have a location to get to.
Should we just walk past, or
fighting these people would be a waste of time?
100%.
I very much agree.
If I didn't draw any undead towards them, they're probably safe already.
no.
As you guys move past, I'm going to ask for a stealth check for the party.
For the party, for everyone, or
yes, no, for one person for the party.
Oh, I was going to say because I would have been fucked.
Oh, okay, Lewis.
Yeah,
23.
Okay, if we have to choose somebody, it's obviously going to be.
Yeah.
Don't
give the guy who's literally a walking wind chime.
Ewan stays very, very close to Merrick this time, like the kind of thing where you have your hand on the back of someone's neck. It's just like, right, we're going this way now.
I'm fucking double your age.
And you can tell with the amount of noise you're making, you geriatric fuck.
Oh my god, I love it.
I'll let that one slide.
You mean like you did down the tree?
No, you're pushing your luck now.
Well, you can't see it because it's nighttime, but she actually cracks a side smile at that.
Hey.
Side down the
working.
tree. She's like, that was pretty good.
I did it on purpose. To make Bulla feel better.
You're not a bart.
Are you
Shut
sure
up.
about
feel
that,
better.
Nick?
Me.
I'm the
Why
one
you-
who's loud in here. Like, come on. How,
All right, so
how am
okay.
I the quieter one?
So do we get past that?
You do successfully on a 23. You are able to sort of sneak around pretty quietly, undisturbed. As you approach, you are able, on that luck check, you just breeze through this forest. The rest of it's quite quiet. Of observations of note that are important. Hold on. What's that? Sorry, my computer's... chat, are we still live? Can you pop
Still
a message in
live.
chat?
Yeah, we're
we
still
still
Yeah, it
looking
looks
live?
as if we're still live.
Okay.
It's not a stream without technical difficulties.
It's exactly.
It happens.
It happens. Okay, there we go. That seems okay. So, as we, thanks, chap. As you approach, you come very close to this place, and you can see the sunset with this beautiful orange haze that absolutely ripples through the landscape. You come up to this small hamlet. You can see this collection of buildings, and they look derelict. As you stand at a bit of a distance, concealed by the tree line, you can see that a lot of them are in a state of disrepair. I'm going to need... Actually, no, I'm not. As you looked on this state of disrepair, you can also tell that a lot of the grass around here appears to be disturbed. The brush that you are currently standing in has been damn near flattened by movement. So as you stand here, I'm going to ask you, what would you like to do?
So we're at the edge of the hamlet.
You are at the edge of the tree line. There is a gap between you and the hamlet as it sits in a clearing.
Are there any lights about or anything like that, or is it just
Movement.
Smoke from any chimneys.
Great. Perception checks for those two.
Sarlice is going to investigate the disturbed ground.
Great. You roll investigation.
Much.
Ewan will assist in that, unless you want Ewan. I don't know if you want to do it the other way around or.
So which one of us has a higher investigation?
Probably me. I mean,
I get +4.
I have +6.
Okay, then yeah, Sarlice will assist you.
Sorry, +5, but.
+5.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Still, advantage in anything is good. With that perception to see any lights, any chimney smoke, any signs of movement, much better. 26.
Oh yeah, 26. Just barely passes, just a little bit.
21 on investigation.
Lovely. What's Bulla up to here as you look upon the hamlet?
I mean, she's checking for movement.
Yeah.
Checking for people. Like, it's same with perception. Like, kind of just.
Yeah. I'm going to say that you can share this information among you, and I will say the people who rolled perception will be able to know what Merrick knows. You've done quite well. I imagine you're able to communicate it.
Working together.
Yep.
Merrick, as you look in, you are... The vibes are very much off. Because the buildings look derelict. They look like that they have not been habitated in years. But you know that that isn't the fact, because this sits on a pretty significant trade road, and has had like an operational tavern for quite some time. It's strange to see. Oh, hey, Gilliburn. You're looking at this and you'll just realise that this doesn't add up. These buildings look like not only destroyed, but like they have been this way for a very long time. But you can see that the ground around this hamlet, the little small little winding streets that move through it, you can see that the entrance points where these flattened roads are seem to be pretty well maintained. Like it's been, someone has clearly been keeping up the transport infrastructure into this place. It seems to be the only thing here that seems to be quite neat and tidy.
I think we found a hideout.
And I will say as well, lastly, on a 26, because that is quite excellent.
Mm-hmm.
There is, however, on the very far side of the hamlet, a protrusion that you don't remember from last time. It looks like some form of pillar rising up above the rest of it. You reckon that by where it is, it's about an extra floor. All of these buildings are on one floor. This is the height of a two-story building, which isn't very large, but is still significant. It looks from this distance like some form of precious rock, marble, granite, or some form of, mineral deposit that's been sort of shaped out. It looks nice from a distance, and importantly, compared to everything else, it looks clean.
We're here for the cult stuff?
For the cult stuff. And you are hidden in the bushes, so you're that's where the cultists are. As you...
Great.
As you guys...
I don't trust any of this.
Nah, this ain't good. This ain't good.
Ewan.
Is there anything? Yeah,
Yes.
Ewan.
I'm going to move to Ewan now. Ewan, you realise that what you're seeing in the dirt around you on the floor is footsteps. A lot of footsteps. There is lots and lots of imprints of many, 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 many feet moving through this forest. I will also say that you realise that, because you did roll quite well, got a bad feeling about this. I love it. So, as you check, you realise that this is actually quite old. Not as old as the buildings. This is a few days old.
Okay.
The mud has solidified, and some of it you can see has started to break down. It looks like it happened a short while ago. And on that note...
Was it mostly... As I'm kind of keeping an eye out, I look to you and I say, any signs of these footprints coming back out, or are they only moving in?
Yeah, that was actually going to be, one of my two questions. First one,
Yeah.
do they look like they're coordinated, like people marching, or does it just look like an undead horde? Second question was, are they going back and forth, or is it very much just like a lot of foot traffic in one direction?
A lot of foot traffic in one direction. It's all going down the trade road back towards Alavir. I will say that it does look like somewhat of a mess. It doesn't look quite like a march, but that you're getting, again, you rolled well. This is a disturbed anthill. Each ant knows what it's doing, but it looks like a mess from the outside. Like, the undead tend
Looks
to
more like a militia than an army.
Yeah, because again, the undead have a tendency to like fall over each other, hit each other. You would expect to see like rags and various bits of their clothing and like other remnants that have fallen off them.
Drag marks.
Yeah, it's largely like it's disorganized footsteps, but you're not getting any drag marks, no evidence of them falling over. It looks orderly for the undead. Lovely.
Okay.
What would you like to do with that information as you look upon the hamlet?
Well, it certainly looks like they've vacated the area, so we should probably investigate the buildings, see if there's something underground, as most of these things seem to have, and also maybe take a look at the fucky-wucky obelisk in the middle.
I'd say the obelisk, and didn't Shorin mention that there was a hidden entrance in a tavern?
Yes.
All right. Before... Sorry.
Can Sarlais do a religion check on the obelisk?
I think we probably have to be closer to it.
Yeah.
We're like hundreds of feet from it right now.
Yeah, we're not even in the hamlet yet.
Yeah.
Before we even break the tree line, I'm just gonna kind of, as we're probably like stealing ourselves, getting ready to move. I'm just gonna look to Sarlais and just say, I know you probably already know this, but there's no guarantee we're going to get her alive.
I'm aware. I told her I would do what I could, not that it was ultimately what will always occur.
Good.
I made no promise about whether or not this would be successful, but I promised that I would do what I could.
Good, because if it comes between me preserving your life or taking her alive, I think you know what I'll choose.
She smiles at Merrick and goes, I appreciate that.
So...
And we lost.
We're a man down.
Internet cut out probably.
Ah, right. So, where are you as a party going to go? Are you going to move forward towards the hamlet? Or...
I think, yeah, dash towards the hamlet, see if we can see anything below before having to turn back around towards Alavia, because that looks like an army.
I think, I don't think stealth is really going to be much of a thing. I think we're just going to be relying on perception to see anything that jumps out at us.
Yeah.
He's back.
So,
Hey, my Wi-Fi is so shitty.
It's all good.
As you all move towards the hamlet, you make over the clearing quite easily. You look around you. You're pretty sure that you're alone here. You can't see anyone around. You make it to one of the houses. There's one of the first houses. And as you all sort of pile in and get ready to move, in this house, you realise that there's just chunks of stuff, just piles of stuff in the side of these buildings. You see pots and pans, you see cooking spits, you see swords, you see all of this just like various metal objects. There's jewellery, there's all sorts just piled up. It's not like filling the building, but there are several piles spread throughout around this building of just
shit.
Yeah, generalized shit.
Weren't they collecting metal at one point, or?
Is this a staging area?
It might be.
Or a supply depot.
Either way, we should watch out.
Can I investigate the jewelry?
You can, yes.
Says the dragon.
And
Jewels, you say?
And I see the shiny shinies.
Yeah. 15?
As you look through, you realise that most of this is cheap. This is quite cheap jewellery. Like, there's some nice bits which have nice gems in them, but you're finding a lot of iron rings. These are sort of iron and steel based. It seems to be the metal of them, which makes them quite cheap, even when they've got like these nice rocks in them.
See, this is what I was pointing out before, because at one point they were collecting iron, weren't they? Or
Yeah.
Real quick, can I see if look through the jewelry or any of the belongings, see if I recognize any of them to belong to any of the children?
Yeah, investigation check.
Is this like Alavir make? Is kind of what you're looking for?
Yeah, or if I made them, or my father, or my mother made them.
It's probably like a crest or a sigil or something.
Yeah, that's a 19.
Oh, Bulla.
Yeah.
As you search through this, you realise that the swords are from your family forge. These weapons are almost exclusively from your family forge. They all carry the signature of your parents, a small crest that has been left in the base of the hilt. And you look through, and you also realise as you move through the jewellery, you remember making some of these. These are a collection of necklaces and wedding rings from your from the townsfolk. As you sort of search through.
Who the fuck pillaged Alavir?
Who didn't?
And as you look through, the last thing that you will notice here is that you actually recognize a ring here. And you remember it as your mother and father's anniversary, one of their anniversary rings that they had. And as you look upon it, you remember he said something about losing it in the fight, as you all were leaving Alavir. And you're sure this is the one. You can see the little inscription on the inside. It looks almost identical.
I will definitely pocket that one.
Hey, Bulla, stop looting.
Why do you keep picking on Bulla? Seriously, she's gone through enough shit. Seriously.
Yeah.
God. I mean,
Pick on Ewan.
That's
He
me, not you.
he needs to be taken down a peg.
it's okay.
You want to peg Ewan?
That's okay. Anyway,
Starlight would
moving
like
on.
to do an Arcana check
Okay.
on these fucking things.
Yes, Arcana check.
So Bola will, like, as she's looking through these, and she'll say, "These are from my town. This is from my forge. I fucking made
That's
them."
a nat 20!
Okay. And then she'll take her ring and she'll go, "Okay, well, this is my mother and father's engagement ring, but nothing from the children that I know of, right?"
No, nothing
Okay,
from the
cool.
children that you know of.
So she'll definitely pocket the engagement ring and maybe like a few more rings, just something she can pocket more.
Yeah,
What,
just a little.
what need do undead have for loot and
They
wealth?
don't, but
Well,
the person
exactly.
controlling them.
They're also iron, and as we know, the Fae and Dryads are,
Allergic.
yeah.
Okay, Rob.
Can't just use my bollocks as a launch pad.
Oh!
Wait,
Oh,
what?
That is
Okay.
a
His
lovely-
cats launched themselves from his lap
Yeah.
via the
Oh.
nads. At least
Anyways, we had an Arcana check.
Yes.
Yeah, we had a nat 20 Arcana check for a 24? Yeah, 24.
Yeah, that's all right. So on a crit, you realize as you feel around you, you have a moment where you have a sinking feeling of danger.
Oh, fuck.
Screw you for changing the music.
Oh,
For context, I haven't been looking at any of this. I've been just keeping an eye out the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't look at the stuff because it was all worthless. I was looking out at the obelisk specifically.
Yeah.
I was keeping watch.
As
no.
you feel around you, you realize that you are surrounded by illusory energy all around you. You were trying to sort of like look through the jewelry, and you weren't picking up much on that. It was just as you were doing, you just feel this twinge that's telling you, it's begging you to open your eyes.
Okay.
What does Starlight do with this information?
Oh gosh, is there a spell that I can do that would help with this, or does she just have to like
This
rule of cool here?
This
Are you
is-
going to warn us of the danger? Is there danger to
Yeah,
warn us?
she's going to warn you guys. Like she's going to like stiffen up, and you're gonna see her like grab for her longsword that she got from the Dryads.
What you will need to do is effectively roll to disbelieve. This is a wisdom check.
Okay,
And-
is a wisdom save or just a
Save.
check? Okay.
This is specifically a wisdom save.
Is everyone doing that?
No, because she hasn't given you any specifics on what you need to be.
I don't know what's going on yet, guys, but something's wrong. That is a 17?
Yeah. You look around you and realize this building is fine. The damage to this building is illusory. And As you sort of stand up with your weapon and look around, you can see outside, and you notice that the other houses are actually very clean. These look very well maintained. Still empty, but all of the damage and all of the plant growth around them all disappears. And the last one is that obelisk is not 2 stories tall. It is easily 8 stories tall and is at least double the thickness. It is fucking huge.
That's double.
We're here for the cold stuff.
Ow.
Yes, the cult stuff.
What was that noise?
She is the only one.
The only one at this point, because she's
So,
not given you guys enough of a primer to do.
I hear her. I hear her say something's wrong. A short sword comes out, as does a dagger.
She tells everyone to guys, we're in an illusion. This is things are the plant growth is not real. That obelisk you see over there is much larger than you were led to believe. This is not right.
Gonna rub my eyes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Give me the save.
All
Everybody
of
now
us?
can give me the save. Yep.
All right, come on.
22.
Yep.
Does the Miguel and Tulio thing where he just like finds a wooden plank and just dunk?
22 as well.
18
Nice.
for me.
Yep.
The filthy 20.
Nice.
Wow, we all rolled really good.
You all did really well.
Yeah.
You all kind of look towards the obelisk in alarm. And you start to look and you see that at first it looks like double vision, like a larger version, just kind of sitting over the top in double vision. But as you blear your eyes, look out and pay attention, this obelisk is fucking huge. And Merrick's passive perception is just so high. Merrick, that thing is covered, and I mean covered in runes. You can see etchings, like, it's effectively just like a bit larger than average size, written about yay big, and it is head to toe all the way down, just covered in these runes carved into the stone.
And do we see them, or do I have to do like a perception check?
You guys will need to roll to see that because you're at a bit of a distance.
I'll share it. I'm just like,
oh yeah, that's fine then.
Do I have any idea what this thing is? Have I heard of? I mean, like when I don't know. I mean, not to know exactly what it is, but do I have some summarization of what this is? Being the religious person of the group.
Give me.
Awesome.
I tell you what. Give me a religion check.
And also,
Starlight.
does it look
One at
anything
a
like
time.
the abbey?
One at a time. Bulla, say that again.
Does it look anything like the abbey that I grew up around?
It does. It appears to be made out of the same stone. It looks like you can see that the same stone, the same stonework upon it.
All right, but it's not nearly as big. I mean, my abbey was not nearly as big.
But
Yeah.
22.
Salvar got a 4.
22.
Oh, 22. I counted that as 4. Yeah, 22. So, on a 22 religion check, this... You remember your education in ley lines.
Do I?
You do.
It's just it's a random flashback, yeah.
As you think to yourself, you realise that a lot of the energy, especially the energy that you as a cleric draw upon, comes from ley lines. Ley lines is what keeps effectively the flow of time and space moving. They are also what underpins the arcane weave, which gives everyone
midichlorians.
power. Not quite. I think the closest thing is think of like power cables, right? Like long distance transmission lines of power cables.
I want to be a Jedi.
These are concentrated like concentrated lines of power where the arcane weave kind of stops working properly. As there is effectively just this really powerful line of energy that channels in and powers the rest of the weave. You know that to access them is quite difficult. Settlements that sit atop them tend to have all sorts of strange things happen. But that you can tap into these directly and use raw energy derived from the base of the fabric of the universe by extracting it through large megastructures. It takes someone of great arcane skill and someone who has a deep connection to the gods to be able to use them.
Oh god.
But as you look at this is very reminiscent of something that you saw about your battlefield. You remember a weapon which kind of looked like this being used during the war. Ewan.
Is there an entrance to this thing, or is it literally a solid structure?
You're not quite close enough for that. You need to move through some more buildings first, because you are doing this at a bit of a distance at the moment.
In that case, then, that's going to be the secondary thing, because I'm going to head towards the tavern.
Okie dokie. Let's go to Saralise.
Can Saralise read these runes?
We aren't close enough.
Not close enough yet. You need to get closer.
Okay, so she's gonna get closer to and stealth over there too.
Nice. Bulla.
I remember you telling me a little bit about the mall that I have. It looked ceremonial. It looked all that kind of stuff. Can she take it out and kind of just like kind of see if it has any kind of semblance with the Abbey, or if there's the same...
I think we could just assume we're all moving towards the obelisk and the tavern, because most of us are curious about that region.
Yeah, I'm going to say that you guys are, and you'll do this as you move towards the obelisk. Is Ewan going alone to the tavern?
I mean, I won't let him.
Sounds like it.
Just wait for us. We're not going to stay there long. Jesus.
Let's do one place at a time.
Right.
Your curiosities about that place can wait. Let's clear the rest of the area first.
Yeah, that's true. That's fine. She'll put
Also, we're looking for children that could be being eaten by demons.
I would wager that this obelisk has something to do with the children potentially being eaten by demons.
But I don't want to pass rooms that could be holding enemies just to go look at that thing. Let's clear the area first.
All right.
Okay, everyone just give me a quick perception as you kind of like go around clearing the area. Bulla, you look at your mall.
Yeah, I'll just look at it as I'm heading towards the tavern. Yeah.
You realise that this does have an emblem upon it. It has the emblem of Ogama. Ogama is the god of speech, writing, and knowledge. And that you do realise that it actually does look quite like on that cursory look, looks similar to the item at this distance, to the obelisk, as you're giving this little cursory look as you're moving.
Bulla's banhammer got a lot bigger.
I only rolled a 12, so I think at this point Ewan is literally walking towards the tavern, but looks up at the obelisk and it's just like, someone's compensating.
20 total.
Lovely.
22.
22.
I got a nat 20.
Hey!
I got a 12.
So that's a total of 23.
You guys dart around, sort of looking through, clearing each of the houses as you move. You find a lot more jewellery, swords, basically anything that is iron in various piles in all of these buildings. Interestingly, you also realise that none of these buildings really have any furniture. Like, they have been stripped of everything that's within them. And all that is in there now is a functional fireplace, which has been maintained, and these piles of metal. And I'm going to say, you all approach the obelisk. what would you like to do as you approach the obelisk? I would also say that this is not the right music for an obelisk. Because as we approach...
I was about to say, I thought, oh shit's going down. But
we must play on our obelisk music.
Yes, I'm going to quite a soft music, because as you approach, I will say that all of you realise that this is deeply celestial. You can see writings in celestial around the base, and you, even as you approach it, can feel warmth. You experience this strange comfort. It's a strange feeling. It's almost a soothing presence, as though the obelisk is imposing a soothing will around itself.
Saralise wants to see if she can read these runes.
Lovely.
Can anyone read this language?
First off, what language does it appear to be?
At the base,
is it celestial?
It's celestial written at the bottom.
No, it's the bop now.
Beep bop boop.
As you look up, though, you realise that the runes aren't really a language. You kind of, as you look at it, you realise that this isn't, or at least this isn't. It doesn't. I tell you what, it's the difference between reading a different language and reading gibberish. It looks like gibberish as you look up there. You see, there is definitely some form of Sylvan influence. You see, like, Sylvan characters and use of the Sylvan alphabet quite a bit. But there's a lot in there which just looks like random squiggles.
Would comprehend languages be effective with it? Or is this too...
You don't know whether it would be effective.
I'm not sure. It's like spoken words, isn't it? Or...
It can help with reading too, but I don't know if this is so much like a message written out as it's like arcane sigils. Like I don't know if you'll be able to read. Well, you might.
But comprehend languages is understand the literal meaning of any spoken language you hear. You also understand any written language that you see, but you must be touching the surface.
Got it.
No, that's fine.
You can
so
do
you
it.
touch the obelisk.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to say you can do it, but you're not going to be sure that it would work, because it looks enough like gibberish that you don't have a frame of reference to know whether or not it's a language or something else.
She is going to cast comprehend languages and tentatively touch the obelisk.
So you touch it, right?
Yeah.
So as you place your
classic
hand,
DM phrase.
I know.
As the
So
tiefling who is, clearly with like infernal heritage, she is going to touch the celestial item.
She reaches out and Merrick's like,
I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Yay.
This is an obelisk of power word kill.
Yeah.
That's another nat 20.
Oh. Oh, wow. So, you're not going to take the damage, and you're not going to get punted. I was really expecting you to get punted. You place your hand, and you can think like Iron Man taking on the Infinity Gauntlet. Like, you can feel this radiant energy lash back out into you. And, surprisingly, it doesn't... other than the shock of initially getting hit, it doesn't hurt. It kind of feels like static more than anything else. Like after getting your initial composure, you find that your hand is still sort of hot, and there is you can tell the obelisk is trying to push you away. It's trying to basically force you to stop touching it, as it's like rejecting you. But you're kind of holding your strength to kind of resist. It's gonna get painful, more and more painful, but you can hold on for a little while.
It's not an object with stranger danger.
As you feel around, you realise that this actually isn't a language. It's not being translated. You are getting something, though, because the use of the Sylvan alphabet means that you can kind of fill in the gaps on some of this.
Themes.
Yeah, you're getting gleams of understanding. You realise that the words and symbols from Sylvan that are being used are all based around amplification. All of this seems to be various words to do with enhancement, amplification, and as you look among some of the other ones, you also start recognising runes which explicitly talk about range and reach. You realise that from that sort of confluence of words, like, you also are going to pick up as well, there are some runes which appear to be abjurative in their nature. It's explicitly, one of them explicitly uses the term abjuration, but there are others that seem to have protective markings. You recognise a couple of like older religious symbols, and references to deities of war, and healing and life, and there's a lot up here where you're getting the reference, but you feel like you're missing the bit that would make it make sense.
Can she do a check of some sort to see if she gets a little bit more context?
I'm going to say this is going to be an intelligence check, and I'm going to make this either Arcana or History, depending on what type of
either way, it's literally the same.
Okay.
Because I have +4, so it doesn't matter.
So well, it depends on what information you want back.
Yeah, do you
true.
want more to do with the arcane nature of this, or do you want to understand more about try and recall things about the deities, the history, and things you know about this land to get the context for this?
Can she do both?
Not really. I think you're going to have to focus on one, because the pain in your hand is rising as it is trying to sort of push back on you.
Okay, I think probably Arcana. Since it seems to be the case that this might have some stranger danger abilities. That is 23? Naughty 23.
Ooh, lovely. So on your 23,
you are just rolling like a monster today.
I know, it's excellent. Saralize. As you look around, you realise the true danger that this building poses. Because as you're feeling the energy, you realise that there is an abjurative protection around it. And you realise as well that it has been specifically engineered against fiends and the infernals. This is specifically dealing damage to fiends and infernal. The fact that you're not hurt is a minor miracle at this point. The fact that you're like you holding your hand, like, it's starting to really hurt as well, but you realise the fact that you weren't like punted away from this thing at bloody Mach 2 is the miracle here.
My intentions were pure.
Yeah.
Is there a door?
Hold on. Because this is where the danger comes in. The magic on this is, the primary magic is enchantment and chronergy, the study of time. And you realise just that this thing, you can feel the way that, like, this has a lot of innate energy, but in the same sense of a furnace that is not lit, it doesn't really have anything beyond its protections. It seems weirdly hollow for a structure of this, with this many rooms of this much power. It's kind of quiet, much too quiet.
It's not done. It's being unused.
Saralize is going to relay this information to the party as she's just like grimacing.
I see her hair. Her hair is like starting to stand up. And I'm like,
Yeah.
do you want to maybe let go?
What?
I need to find out more.
What's the spire made out of?
As you look, you realise that it's not actually any type of marble or granite. This is limestone. But this is been reinforced by a heavy polish. You realise that they have literally singed the sides of this, where they've cut it and then massively heated it up to sort of seal the limestone in on itself to create a contained structure. But you can feel around, and as you look on the inside, you realise that, yeah, this is limestone. Lovely. Saralize, you remove your hand. Again.
As she removes her hand, she's just like shaking it like motherfucker. God damn.
So was she getting like lightning damage or something like that, or
no? It would have been radiant damage.
I saved.
You saved, and it's like if you would have pushed longer, it would have started to actually hurt you. But you were on the border.
Yeah.
She's just like.
No, to self, don't fucking touch that thing.
Lovely. What would you?
I think
like
if
to
you.
do?
Well, I've asked if there's a door visible, and the other question, if there isn't necessarily a door visible on this level, does it look like it goes further underground? So we're only seeing the top 8 floors, and then there might be an entrance in the underground way in the tavern.
What's your passive?
My passive perception?
Yeah.
13. And passive investigation is 15.
I'll take investigation. As you sort of look around, you realise that there isn't any obvious entrance down here, but you are, like, the pillar, like, the foundation is quite wide around this, much like in a town square. There's quite a bit of stone that has various little steps that bring you all the way up to the main item. This obelisk does definitely seem to have a strong foundation. Whether that means there's an underground entrance, you're not certain, but there is definitely a lot of structure beneath you.
I'm just putting out the catacombs.
Emerald. We've been asked to stretch and hydrate. So...
stretching and hydrating.
There's catacombs. I swear to God, if there's catacombs.
Oh my God! No more catacombs.
I think we got
shit every time.
We're done with catacombs. We're only on to catacombs now.
Oh yeah, Zach, take it off.
That's better.
I think we have to try to find that entrance in the tavern.
So pub.
Pub.
Indeed.
Sorry. Pub.
I guess the pub.
We go to the pub.
But this is
Terrible timing for a
This is not a
drink,
pub
just
crawl.
It's like a one-shot go.
I need a check from you all. No, I don't. Actually, no, I don't.
Why would you say you know that just made my anxiety go do.
No, that's when the DM just starts rolling randomly just to fuck with the players.
I just need you guys to make a random check. No reason. Just
Oh, so you guys are entering the pub? Okay.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm a little bit more scared that we don't have to make the check anymore.
All of a sudden I want to start checking for traps, but you know.
I want to say before we leave though, does Bola want to check anything with a hammer and
I mean, I think if anything, she would have shown what she found to you, Selvar, and pointed out the emblem and pointed it out on the...
Oh, good. Ooh. Right, Salvar, I'm not even going to make you roll.
Okay.
You realise that this is the sign of the Morrigan on this mall. And as you...
Is that a...
Oh no, it's in another game that I play with Zach. I have a very personal relationship with the Morrigan, so you know.
Yeah.
I'm in merchant mode at America.
Yeah. Because as you look, this is specifically the goddess of battle and warriors. And you look at this and you realise that this is actually quite a powerful maul. This is a very powerful item here. This has like arcane infusion as prescribed by the gods, as you look at it. And you also are going to realise something as well. The celestial writings on the base of the obelisk match some of the inscriptions that are around the mark of the Morrigan on the mall.
I'm just gonna say, Why the fuck ain't you using this?
Uh,
Thing's badass.
didn't-
Sorry,
What-
I'm saying the
what do
characters.
you- I mean, I know it looks cool, and then it was given to me by Ewan, which I don't know if I fully trust him, but
Do you know where he got it from?
no, he just kind of walked out of a shack and told me to take it. I knew it looked pretty cool, but I'm pretty proficient in my axe. But what do you mean it's badass?
This is a weapon of the Morrigan, goddess of battle. It's encased with arcane energy. That was right, wasn't it?
Oh. She just kind of like does like a flip with it, like she does with her axe.
Yeah. Nice.
Just kind of okay, just pulls out the axe too. Welcome, goodwill. Oh yeah, groovy. Just kidding.
This is a Go on.
Sorry, I was just gonna say before we go into the tavern, Zach, you said that Canar Leaf can get rid of exhaustion, right?
It can, yes.
Okay, I have.
Wait, you telling me this now?
I have 1 point of exhaustion, so as we're heading over there, I sheath the dagger. I choose some Canar Leaf and then pull out the dagger. So it just kind of gets rid of it for a bit
man,
of
I've
time,
got some
right?
papers. I'm just saying. I mean, I've got some. Rip up a bit of a Bible or something.
Shit. No, don't.
What?
Un momento.
What?
No, other programs.
I was trying to get a file up, and I nearly showed all my documents, but thankfully it opened on a blank page.
I have the chat know that Bola did do a once-over of this mall, but because she doesn't know anything about arcane anything, like, it just looks really cool and ceremonial.
Yeah.
And really pretty.
Zach, do you need to get medicated?
Apparently, she just
I
needs
was
to
in a
hand it to Sarlais.
All right.
I mean,
apparently
she didn't
I'm the
think
one-
anything of it.
Anyways,
She's like,
let's move on. Let's move on.
Right.
So, I ask. I'm going to say you don't need to do this check as you're moving forward. Hold on a minute. Didn't Merrick have something he wanted to do with the Canar Leaf?
I just
You're
chew
just
on
chewing
it.
Great. Can you give me a con save, please? No, check.
Oh.
Check. Con check.
Check.
Yeah, not a
That's
save.
the same.
real quick, what was the name of that god that we just talked about on the mall?
Morrigan.
The Morrigan.
The Morrigan?
Yeah.
The Morrigan, yeah.
It's like a title.
Thank you.
It is.
18.
Oh, yeah. Nice. You sort of chew on it a bit, and you can just you're chewing away, and you realize that like the soreness on your scarring just goes. Like you realize all of the pain on your scarring just goes away. It's pleasant. It's really pleasant. Just
Merrick's eyes just like unfocus a little bit.
yeah. And it's just like you rest a bit. You're still pretty sharp. It hasn't quite dulled you out that much, but you're like, oh god, okay.
Painkiller.
Yeah, it's a painkiller. You've taken.
I just took some morphine.
Yeah, you've just had some morphine.
At this point, I'm just going to say, Salva sees Merrick do this and realizes, oh, so that's what that's for. And then I remembered to myself, hang on, I have a herbalism kit.
I need you to roll me a d6.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought there
Oh
was
no.
2.
2. Great. You have 2 temporary hit points.
Oh.
Nice. Our Merrick's back in the game. Yes.
Man, I'm not
2,
doing
I
bad
can't
by
feel
any means.
pain because drugs points.
Basically, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm feeling a little better, and now let's go find a cult.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I got shanked in the chest, but I'm too high. Like
It's like going to Miami, you just don't get in a fight with the meth heads. You know, just,
Yeah. All right, let's do it.
Viciously. Oh, that's
As someone who
unfortunate.
lives in Georgia can confirm.
Yeah.
Too
All
far
right,
away
let's go.
from
Let's
me.
go.
As we're going, and as you approach the tavern, you guys can feel the arcane energy. You've already resisted it, and with that nice luck check earlier, I'm going to say that it just continues, where you're disbelieving the illusion still. Well done on that one, Liza. Brain empty. Hold on. Spaced out.
Food.
you realize that you can still make out like the edges of the illusion, much like the world is when it's double vision, but the second image is the illusory image. So there's kind of a haze around a lot of these buildings, which is showing you the illusion on them. And as you approach the tavern, you see that there is an illusion of people drinking. It's people drinking from mugs and eating. You can hear this illusory laughter that has this empty echo to it, which is just so unpleasant.
Throw a dagger.
It's like hearing a laugh track on repeat.
Kinda. Because as you get closer, you realise they're not actually speaking a language. Because you guys have disbelieved, you realise that they are just kind of like switching between a whole different bunch of languages. And they're doing like the actor trick of going, yeah, it's basically somewhere between Simlish and the old actor trick of saying rhubarb to look like you're saying words, going rhubarb, 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 rhubarb.
Watermelon,
rhubarb.
watermelon.
Watermelon. Yeah, like it's garbage. Like some of them are speaking like more coherently, but even then it doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Oh, fuck off.
Bloody Sims.
Yeah, I imagine we all see this and like strain, looking like we're about to fight, and then go, "Oh, it's illusions."
Yeah, this is just illusory. But you will notice something: the actual tavern is also very nicely kept and is the same as the illusory image. And importantly, you realise that there is a small fire pit out the front, which is embering. It was recently alight, very recently alight. It's only recently stopped burning, but it is still kind of like red hot orange. Like you can still see like the embers of it are still very much alive.
In that case, given the circumstances of like illusionary aspects of this environment, I'm going to use thaumaturgy to flicker and brighten it to see if I can get it relit.
You cast thaumaturgy, and you see that as there's this little wave of heat, you see that the fire starts to crackle back to life. You realise that a lot in there's quite charred. It probably, like, there's some logs next to it. You could probably, like, restock it with some logs so that it could keep burning, but...
I'm just checking that it's not an illusion, so...
Oh, right, I see. And I know this is going to be a bit jarring because I've not mentioned him at all up until this point. I didn't really have anything for him to add.
Oh yeah, Biobra's with us.
Yeah, Biobra's with
Oh
you.
shit, I forgot about it.
Oh my god!
I forgot
He's
about
just
that.
limping. He's just walking along like,
He's
that's
finally
cool.
caught up. He's finally caught up.
Yeah.
He says something, we all jump. We're like, "Oh shit, you're here."
We all looked away and he did the Skyrim teleport when you're too far away thing. It's like...
Anyway, so go ahead, Zach.
I'm going to say, Biobra stayed behind nearby the obelisk and has been very quiet since. I'm going to say as well, he has been... I would have said this anyway, but I just couldn't think of any easy way to put it in. He actually has been ignoring a lot of you. He hasn't really been like... He's intentionally being quieter than what you've gotten used to him being the rest of the time.
Biobra's a real BBEG. I'm calling it. I'm calling it right
Kill
now.
him now.
Biobra
Yeah.
stayed by the obelisk for a brief while as you guys walked off to the tavern, and appeared to sort of take out a small journal and take down notes in the journal.
He's a spy.
Before he kind of followed you guys along. And as he approaches up at the back, you hear him sort of clear his throat to sort of get your attention as he like joins you again. He goes, guys, I don't know about you, but I think a fire means there's someone in here, and I don't know what to do about that one. I don't want to like walk in the front door because I feel like this is obvious trap. Like, is that just me that's getting the trap vibes off this?
Well, I just relit the fire, so...
Yeah.
Well, based on the illusions inside, I'd almost definitely assume that there's someone planning something, or the idea is to lower your guard.
Thankfully, we've seen through the illusion, so we have one advantage.
Let's look for the secret entrance then.
We have to get inside first.
So.
Bulla, you go first.
So you only...
Okay. She'll walk right in. Just boom.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say some other stuff, but Bulla's walking.
Oh wait, hold on.
No,
I didn't realize you were gonna say something.
You've declared. You've declared. I'm
Okay.
taking it.
I'm right behind you, Bulla.
All right. She literally just goes, "It's illusion. Whatever." She just opens the door, walks in.
Glyph of warding explodes.
Wait, hang on. Is there any divination about it all?
You haven't looked. And Bulla's walked in.
Walked in.
All right, let's do it. This is how D&D works.
It's okay. I have advantage on dexterity saves.
I'm going to say quickly to chat, I have noticed that the sound alerts aren't working today for some reason. We're not getting them over here. I don't know why, but just to let you know, don't bother redeeming your points. I will refund your points at the end of the stream if you've already spent them on
Sorry, guys.
Thank you. Because I've used 2.
Yeah, that's okay. I know, because that was a really good moment for it. It was an excellent sound. It was the run. And I was like, yes,
run,
run.
You actually don't need to be. You actually don't need to be raging for danger sense to work. It just works.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it just works.
Oh no, you just need to be seeing it, don't you?
Yeah, you have to. It has to be something you can see. So if it's like an unseen thing, like a surprise attack, then you don't get the advantage. But if you're attentive, then.
Bulla, you walk in, and what you find in here, there are neatly sorted piles of limbs. There is a pile of arms, and a pile of legs, and a pile of torsos, and a pile of heads. Each...
She will walk in and just... You see her just like... all this gusto, just walks in and then immediately just freezes. Like
I run into her back.
Just tenses. It just boom.
Ah, my nose.
Sorelai's kind of just like tries to like wiggle her head around.
Your back muscles broke my nose.
I just like tower over the top of him and just poke my head for us. Like,
we're doing the Scooby Doo stack.
The
Scooby Doo stack. Except Salvar's going to use Eyes of the Grave as soon as he sees this shit.
Salvar has because he comes out the front on his face, so he can actually he's proper peering in like a bird.
Right over my shoulder.
Right over the shoulder. You know, it's just.
And Eyes of the Grave.
Sorelai's like gets down and crawls. And...
Huh?
Yeah, just
Eyes of the Grave.
Yeah,
Eyes of the Grave.
There are no undead immediately here. The undeath is quite. You can smell undeath in the air, though. Like your Eyes of the Grave are picking up on. There is undeath all around here, but there are no actual undead creatures.
You just smell it like
I'm just going to relay this information, because my voice is nowhere near wispy enough to do this voice. Speaking of which,
I will walk in and look and see if there are any children limbs. I can't believe I have to say that on stream.
I have proficiency in the medicine, so I'm going to give her advantage on that. I'm going to give her advantage if that's okay.
Yes, you can. I'm going to say a medicine check, yes, to identify this. As you roll, I want to get everyone else's initial reactions walking in.
I will... I'll perception check to see if I can see anyone hiding.
My Opa's calling, guys. I'll be right back.
Cool, that's all right.
Can we take a quick break or?
That actually would be a good idea. I am in the mood for a break.
What'd you roll?
Go on.
I rolled a nat 20.
Woo! Okay, how about we resolve that, then go to break?
Yes, that's what we'll do. So, Bulla, you look through the limbs. You find yourself starting to get a little bit frantic. Like you go in calm. It gets, it's getting a bit quicker. Like,
The beginning of Bulla's anxiety disorder. Right.
Anyone else getting like Dead Space vibes or something like that? You know,
you have to shoot off
the limbs. What do you see? What do you see?
You notice something odd and particular. There are no children.
Okay.
There are no children. All of these limbs are either small, malnourished, from a creature that is naturally not very strong, or other things like that. These are small limbs. Not in the sense of length, but just...
Sorry, just said baby back ribs.
Nick. And I'm going to say as well that, and it's the same with the torsos and everywhere else. It's either coming from people who were overweight, unhealthy, emaciated, lacked muscle tone. These are all
not the strong ones.
Yeah. The heads are just skulls. you realise that they have been entirely stripped. Like, there's some smear marks left of vague remnants that there was flesh there, but beyond that, they have been absolutely stripped and emptied.
I'm looking around to see if there's any, like, glistening in the areas and, like, creatures that seem to be camouflaged to some description.
I think we'll cover that after break.
When I say I say this as a joke, purely for the fact I'm getting Predator vibes now. Anyway, break.
We're going to a break, everybody. And as we head to that break, this is going to be a quick moment to do some plugging. So we are sponsored by geekyclean. geekyclean are an absolutely amazing company that do nerdy hygiene products and dice. They've got all sorts of amazing stuff.
They're also on TikTok.
They're also on TikTok. They're also really cool people. So definitely go and check them out.
Based in the UK.
Oh yeah, they're UK
ship
based.
worldwide. Famous for doing bath bombs with dice sets in them.
Yeah.
Yes, which is very awesome. And they are also a really good. This is something I found out about. Apparently, they are an absolutely amazing LGBTQ plus employer. They donate a lot of. Donate to a lot of really cool charities on that, but they're extremely inclusive in their employment practices, bringing people in. It's just a really ethical business as well that I feel real comfortable sort of putting my weight and saying that I think they're good people to buy from. And if you go, we have code DeadBard Society. You can get yourself. Hold on, I need to put geekyclean. I'm putting it in the chat quickly so you can have the link. If you use code DeadBard Society, you get 10% off your order, and we'll also be getting some money from it, so you'll be able to save money for yourself, and you'll support the stream at the same time. Thank you so much, everybody. And we will see you in about 10 minutes.
See you
Ta-ra.
soon.
back. Hey!
Hi. Welcome back.
I'm just over here blowing bubbles in my drink to mix it. Don't mind me.
Welcome back, everybody.
Hi guys.
I just heard it that time.
Oh my god. Right.
It's like farting in a bath.
Okay, so
Right.
where do we leave?
Anyways.
Bulla just checked out a bunch of bodies.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. The beginning of her anxiety disorder, yes.
Mhm.
There are no children, but I did nat 20, and what I did learn is that these are limbs organized, by the way, by arms over here, legs and torso, heads. All the heads are stripped of any skin or blood or anything, all skulls. The rest of them are still very fleshy. And these are basically physically weaker people, very malnourished or obese or
Emaciated.
like all that kind of emaciated. Basically, like not the stronger ones, basically.
Oh, there's different.
I think a few of us were hoping to look and see if we were like. Obviously, there's illusions kind of screwing with us, but are we alone here?
I
That
don't like
smile.
that there's
that smile tells me no.
I'm just going to point out, I don't think there's a presence of undead here, but there's no undead being.
That you saw yet. Yeah.
That you saw, there are no undead beings. You can just you've got the stench of the undeath in the air.
My eyes of the great can see through illusion. I just want to point, not divination.
I do know that they can move through illusion. What was your check? I can't remember what the check you did, Merrick, was.
Oh, I hadn't rolled it yet. I was going to do perception.
Perception. Then give me that roll. Excellent.
18.
Oh yeah, 18. You are not alone here. You cannot... I'll say this. You're not really sure how you know this, though. But you feel very watched right now. And very observed. And you're sort of trying to get a hint of something more solid. Like, you can't hear movement, but something is going on. Like, the vibes are just off all round.
Again, it's predators. I swear to God. If I have to go full Arnold, then come on, we got to get out of here.
No!
Dylan, you son of a bitch. Come on.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I kind of take all that in and I just go, I think it goes without saying, but be ready for anything.
Yes. Wrong voice. I don't know. Anyway.
Yes.
Are you mocking me again? All right. I just short sword in one hand, dagger in the other. I'm just kind of scanning. I'm walking the perimeter of the space.
Dryad blade in one hand, shield in the other.
Yeah. Sarlai's
Still
has the Dryad blade in her hand. And
they slightly glow, don't they?
They do. They have
for aesthetics. I was curious.
Not just for aesthetics, but they do. They emit dim light over a 10-foot radius.
Nice.
Sarlai's
puts it away because you can't stealth with it.
I will say, it's not enough that I impose disadvantage on stealth. I think it's like a low enough
dim.
hue. It's nice and dim. It's a hue that if someone was looking at you, then yeah, it'd be a bit obvious you were holding a sword, but otherwise it wouldn't draw me.
If you're smart about it, it's not an issue.
Yeah.
So in one hand she has the Dryad blade, in the other hand she's got like fire bolts ready.
Nice.
She has a gun.
Yeah.
Basically, she has spell sniper. She basically has the gun.
Her hand is the gun. She just has a handgun. She has a literal handgun.
A literal handgun.
Okay, so let's do a search, everyone.
Let's do it.
Investigation all round.
Oh.
I will say, give me the specifics of what each of you is looking for.
Sarlai's is looking for a motherfucking trap door.
Yeah.
I rolled a 15, and I'm keeping an eye out for any immediate threats, whether it's a trap or a hidden person.
Nope, you go.
I rolled a 17, and I'm searching the walls.
Oh no.
Oh,
17.
uno momento,
no.
everybody.
Oh,
There he
no.
goes. Zooming
Oh,
away.
no.
Ah, yes, chats. We
No.
are.
I know it's
Oh, no.
I know it's terrible British humor, but every so often, whenever he turns out to turn to drive off, all I can think about is the do 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 do.
I thought you were gonna do the Benny Hills like.
No, I'm doing Mario Kart.
Mario Kart.
I prefer Deja Vu, actually. If you know about it, Deja Vu. I can say on the streets before.
I know Deja Vu.
and I know it's time to go.
Wow. I don't know what happened during that break, but we're all in a goofy mood, and I fucking love it.
Well, I think it's because
Someone clip this.
Yeah.
I had food.
and
And the rest of us have
alcohol.
booze.
That's it. Yeah, the rest of us have booze.
And I'm still having to remain sober-ish. I can't drink any more off than what I've got here, which is
It's okay.
It's good for you. It's
We'll get drunk
okay.
for you, Rob.
We will enjoy
fuck gamma
ourselves.
levels. My liver's fine.
It's
Grr.
okay. They can get me another one. It's okay.
You kind of can't though.
Yeah, you can.
Can.
Uh,
NHS, motherfucker.
yeah, but don't you have to be sober
Okay,
for a certain amount of
so-
time before they'll give you a new
Yes.
liver?
Since Zach is MIA for just a brief moment, so shit. I want us to make a plan, but we don't know what we're going up against.
I'm just being very deadpan right now. I'm just literally stood there,
Yeah.
all glorious and masculine and himbo energy sort of thing, just like, yeah. Is the
you
oven
had
off?
food.
Is the oven off?
Good.
Are you sure about that?
It's up.
Okay.
It's up. We're good. We're good.
Okay, good. Good,
Just make
good.
sure that you go back and watch this, because you will call me a bastard at some point.
Yeah, we had some choice
Yeah.
words.
We're just
None of you,
Oh, no!
none of you
We're
actually
just in the
seen
middle
it
of the
go
screen.
across the screen and plow into a wall before, have you?
No.
all
Well,
right.
if someone did the
it's
kind thing,
amazing.
they clipped that moment for us.
Anyway, so we're all investigating.
Yes, investigation.
So you left when I said I rolled a 17 and I'm looking at the walls for like secret entrances.
I'm going to search behind the bar.
Starlight is looking for a trapdoor on the floor.
22 to search the storage cupboard,
Actually,
or
no.
you know, if there's like an actual cellar, like where they keep beers.
Did I already say what I rolled? Because I forgot.
did 22, didn't you?
I said
22.
22.
No, you said
No.
22 or something to keep watch.
Emerald says, Zach, you're muted.
Yeah, I've just seen. There you go. I've undone it.
There we are.
I'm back.
It's all good. I'm just
Okay.
keeping watch. I'm letting you guys. Yeah, I'll just keep watch for threats and be ready to spring to action if need be. I'll let everyone else actually search. I'm just working off my passive.
I have
So-
you know that I have no pluses to investigation. I've just been rolling really well. Just saying.
So,
You guys are getting all my good rolls.
Thank
I know, it's spreading
God
out.
for Jack of all trades.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I don't have a decent plus on is like athletics, and that still gets a +1.
Anyways, what do we find? I asked as he has a mouthful of food.
Yeah. So-
True. I'm just kidding. Yes.
So, Bulla, you're looking around, and you come across a door which, again, you are able to see through the illusory magic and you are able to realize that the door itself is illusory. There is like a pair there's a divider that sort of comes down, but behind the divider is a very short corridor, and then a sheer straight drop.
Oh, you found it.
It's black, dark, and it's also quite tight. Like, it's going to be a bit of a squeeze for Buller to get down there, and it's also not angled at all. There are no stairs, no ladders. It is just a sheer straight downwards drop of an undetermined distance.
Am I just using Featherfall?
Bulla just kind of goes, found it.
Is there anything else? Is there anything else of note before we go down?
Yeah, there's a few bits.
Yeah.
Starlight.
17.
As you've searched along, you do not find any trapdoors. Something of note, though, you're kind of looking on the floor, and you realise that the skirting board at the base is loose in a few parts. And as you go to have a little look and pry them open, you realise that just behind the skirting board, there are small packets filled with gold pieces. Little pouches.
Sarlize is going to tell everyone this and grab the gold.
Lovely.
This is the first time we've ever been paid.
As you guys pick these things up, the other thing that you find is with
How
these
much gold did we just find?
One sec. Because with the gold, there are a series of daggers. Sarlize speaks Infernal, doesn't she?
Yes. She does.
These
you say?
These are daggers with the infernal word for cleansing inscribed on the blade down the center.
Arcana check?
Yes, you can do an Arcana check. And with them, you realise there's like lots of scraps of paper, like there's lots of books and little bits of stuff there. Nothing that you can really sort of look at immediately, but there's definitely there's lots of notes, bits of paper, some journals.
Naughty 20.
They're not magical. These are plain old daggers. I tell you what, you will recognise that they are. Looks like they're ritual sacrifice blades. These look like they are ritualistic blades. They are extremely sharp, and they're not very well weighted, which makes them. You can use them in combat. Yeah, they're much more ornate, and although they are meant to be used, they are not built in a way that is nice for combat. You know, they're not optimized for combat in the way most daggers are. These certainly seem ornate and ritualistic.
Well, Starlight has a dagger kink, apparently. So she will take these and add them to her inventory. She probably won't use them for a while. God, I already how many daggers are there?
4.
Cool.
4?
Yeah.
She goes, does anyone else want a dagger?
I mean, I use them pretty regularly, and I lose them sometimes when I throw them.
Do you want 2 more? I'll take 2, you take 2.
Yeah, sure, that works.
I think Merrick needs like a boomerang shaped like a bat or something like that.
I need some magical thing that like returns the daggers to me after I throw them.
You want your belt of returning, and they just become Captain Boomerang.
Yeah.
One of my characters does actually have yeetable daggers that return to her.
Nice.
So.
Sweet. Okay, so we find that.
Yeah.
And the amount of gold that you find 42 gold pieces. You find 4 platinum pieces.
Oh.
And you find quite a large amount of silver. You find 84 silver.
Okay, so since this is like the first like loot we've gotten, do we want like a group treasurer just like to keep like a bit of a party fund?
Did we not have one? Was that not already?
I don't know if that was defined. Starlize, you want that job?
Sure.
Cool.
What do we got?
Sounds good. So 40 something gold, 4 platinum.
Okay, so 4 platinum, 40 what gold, Zach?
40 gold. 40. Was it 43 or 42? I said I can't remember.
Right.
43.
Number was highest.
Yeah, there you go. I'm feeling generous. And I will get you and you will also have, it was an 80, oh, that was it, because it was 84 silver, 43 gold. There we go.
If we want to split that amongst us later, we can, but for now.
Yeah, 4 platinum, 43 gold, 84 silver.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm going to also write that on my character sheet notes, just so that is in there.
Sweet.
So, as you pocket that away, I'm just going to come over to Salvar and you and looking through the stores and the bar. What did you two get on your rolls, remind me?
I got 22.
I got a 15.
You find a rather large, about, 55 centiliter, bottle of halfling absinthe. And some very, very nice dwarven liqueurs as well.
Did I find this, did you say?
Yes, because you're looking behind the bar. You find 2 more bottles of these dwarven liqueurs. Most interestingly to you, though, you find a extremely, extremely expensive bottle of elvish wine from the capital of Northolt.
We're going to get drunk.
Should actually write this shit down.
Yeah.
I haven't got my book.
Halfling absinthe, 2 bottles of dwarven liqueur, 1 very expensive bottle of elvish wine.
Okay.
It's expensive.
There's a note section here that doesn't. Okay. Halfling. Thank you.
Absinthe. Two things of dwarvish liqueur and 1 thing of elvish wine. And with a star beside it, right? Expensive.
Yeah.
All right. What does Ewan find?
Ewan. There is a lot of food in this storeroom. Like, a lot. This is nearly full. This pantry is nearly fully packed. And it has got everything from, freshly baked bread, cheeses and grapes and fresh fruits and vegetables.
Roll to disbelieve.
Yep. Okie dokie. That is a wisdom saving throw.
That is a dirty 20.
This is real. Your entrance, I will say, the entrance into this pantry was illusory. Like, they tried to, conceal the entrance. But yeah, the food in here is very fresh.
Hey guys.
Yes?
Yeah.
How much room do you, or how much do you all think you can carry?
I could pack a little bit. Why?
Could probably...
Just come have a look. It's,
I look and I see and I go, maybe on our way back, we carry some stuff back to some refugees.
I mean, the real issue is the fact that I thought we should just burn this fucking place to the ground with all the limbs and shit, but now there's a whole bunch of food underneath.
We'll do that later.
I'm having a rave again, apparently.
Ah! It's nice to know when your lighting decides you're having a rave.
Well, this is like one of my smart bulbs, and for some reason, this one seems to have issues, so...
Merrick.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were talking. I was.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna now that everybody's kind of done their perimeter look, just kind of look to where Bulla was in the corner, and I just go, I think we're ready to descend.
Oh, kitty.
Ewan, would you be at all capable of heading down first and scouting it out, making sure it's all right for the rest of us to descend?
Oh yes, of course. I don't mind dying, so you don't have to. That's fine.
Well, how about I do this to help out with that? And I reach out my hand and I the black marking that kind of covers his entire forearm. Just kind of places it on the side of your shoulder, and I'll cast invisibility on you.
Nice.
I can work with this. I mean, I can't see myself, which is a tragedy, but I can work with this.
Yep. So,
and you wonder why Bola doesn't like him.
Shadow just kind of like swirls around you, making you just complete as dark as the room we're in, and I just go, head down there, let us know if we're all right to come down, and then we'll back you up.
Sure. Is there like a lintel above the drop down?
Not immediately, but there is like a pretty secure lantern that is hanging by a chain that looks pretty secure. You could probably use.
I want to tie effectively a noose to loop it around the lantern with the rope from my backpack.
Yeah, self-tightening knot. Yep.
Yeah, I want to essentially start rappelling down the hole instead of just going, hey, do you know what would be a good idea?
I figure like you're going to be like rappelling, which will make some noise, but you're invisible, so that'll kind of counteract anybody who might see you.
Yeah.
Also depends on how good you are at rappelling. Because I'm thinking of that like SAS.
Yeah.
I'm thinking dexterity, please.
What, saving throw? Check.
Acrobatics?
You can make it acrobatics, yeah.
That is a 16.
Lovely. You're able to get down. It's pretty quiet. Going down, you don't seem to make too much noise. You get down perfectly fine. As you get to the bottom, you look out onto a room, very large and dark. You can't really see what's around you very easily. What's immediately around you can tell, though, is that the walls are still very rough, like the side of a cavern. It's, chipped away walls of solid stone.
I do have dark vision, if that matters.
It does-ish. Because what you will be able to see is the room is quite large. It's exceptionally dark. You can kind of make it out to about 50-40 feet. And you can't see the other wall. You can only see one side of this room. You can't see any of the other 3 walls at that range.
Big.
This is a big room. And I will say, you have easily dropped. I'm going to say you're not going to be entirely sure because it's a bit hard to tell. A good 100 foot, maybe a little bit less.
Oh, it's a good thing we didn't just jump.
It took you some time getting down here, and you're in a very large place.
I will look around to see if there's any moving things in this room first.
Okay. Investigation. No, perception. Change your mind.
That went from a 20 to 17.
It's still there. Maybe.
It's
Fuck is going on?
The fuck?
I think this is what we refer to as a blip.
Yep, this is a blip, and I.
If you refresh, it's fine.
This is I did refresh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fine for me.
Yeah, now it's good.
Yeah.
But
okay.
Welcome to the glitch in the matrix, ladies and gents.
Yeah, you just entered a new alternate reality. You just entered a new alternate reality.
We are now variants of our characters.
There you go.
Yeah,
awesome.
Everything from now is just a variant.
Alrighty.
Mayhem says they got no audio on their end. And there's also good.
You damn it! You beat me to it.
I'm real quick with it.
No audio.
I'm real quick with it.
Right. I'm tweaking the settings now. Can anyone let me know if the audio comes back at all?
Yes.
Right.
No memento. It is all
Not
good.
hearing anything yet.
Yeah, still not hearing anything.
Yeah, we're not
yet.
hearing a damn thing.
Okay. Let's. Right. Okay, chat. I don't know if they can hear me yet. Can you guys hear it yet? Let's see if I can...
fuck. Shit. Oh. Great, I can't hear you guys now. I've now lost all of you. I can't hear a single thing you're saying.
The other one's fine. The other bulb is absolutely fine. This one, on the other hand, I don't know why,
Right,
but I do not like to do the thing.
Can you guys hear me again now?
Yep.
We can hear you.
But
Yes.
the stream is not.
Yeah, stream still doesn't have sound.
Okay.
So I'm saying you might want to temporarily close the stream and then re-up it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Well, I've just done a fix, and I'm hoping.
We'll test this out first.
Yeah, can you give me one last test and see if it's...
I've had the sound on this whole time, and I can't
I
hear
have
anything.
too. I still don't hear anything.
Alright. Well, I'm going to close the stream down. And
Zach, we'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll be right back. Okie dokie.